What have you guys been doing without footy? Do you watch like cricket or you tennis or you AFLW? What's your vibe? Let's get this right. Braden, how are you, mate? Who are you liking for from the draft for Supercoach? Oh, mate, to be fair, I I don't know enough of the draftees. I watch a bit of Kaltumi stuff, but I certainly couldn't sit here and say I'm an expert. There's a couple of good players that I remember watching, and they looked like, all that talk about they're ready to play senior, but I can't remember their names, to be frank. Do you, mate? I feel like you follow it pretty close. Braden's watching some WWE and movies mainly. Nice. Looking for Netflix recommendations as well, because through the footy season, I pretty much just any spare time, I'm just like watching footy shows. But I do like to have a couple of series on the go in the off season. I think we've got binge. Throw any series at me. I'm happy to make it work. G Money on YouTube. What's going on, Shorty? Can't stick around, mate. Just wanted to say hi and hope you are. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not sticking around long either. Probably just till like 9 o'clock or something. But yeah, just thought I'd jump on. Hope you've been well, mate. Betty, why are North playing some of their home games in WA? Has that been locked in, has it? I didn't realise, but I think it's all around, given Tassie coming into the comp, North's second home was Tassie, where they would play some home games. So now they got to look elsewhere. And it must be a financial thing because clearly it doesn't make much sense to have home games in WA, but don't know. G Money, FYI, looks much better without the Mo. Oh, ouch, mate. Had mixed reviews on that, whether the Mo's a yes or a no. Honestly, most of my students were like, what the hell have you done? But, some people prefer it. Braden, rookies are always hard to know who will play straight away, but as players, I like Langford and FOS. Is that Finn O'Sullivan, I think? Sean out of Banks. Okay, yep. I have not. What's that on? I have heard people talking about that actually. Betty, watch Monsters on Netflix. Yeah, okay. Is that sort of like true crime doco type thing? Roy says bring back the Mo. It's coming back. It is coming back. It is. I've got a wedding on the 23rd of November. So that's why I turfed the Mo early. Because, Shorty wanted the Mo because weddings, got to make a speech. So we wanted the Mo primed. Yeah, the true crime. Yeah, that's it's pretty brutal. I have seen a few things pop up on TikTok, and I might give it a watch. It looks pretty brutal. Like it's pretty sad, but that stuff is interesting as well. But G Money. Also, next season, watch the Pies get a lot of just after lunch games because most of them qualify now for the seniors dinner. Yeah, mate. They're getting pretty old, aren't they? Are you a bit worried, or what's your vibe on the Pies? Rating question. I was thinking, how many games did you? Don for Smyesdale. Yeah, true. I reckon I only played 3, to be honest, mate. It was really hard to juggle with my work because I might have mentioned you at train. I don't know, but at the time I was working at the paper at the Courier, so yeah, it was pretty difficult. I'd be covering games like you'd play and then you'd have to go almost straight to, I don't know, cover a game of footy or do a footy wrap. So it was getting difficult to do both. Worked with your sister-in-law. There you go. Who was that? G Money, I'm nervous, but the Cats did it with an aging list, so remaining hopeful. Anyway, all the best, mate. Hope to catch you soon. Yeah, definitely, mate. Thank you. Definitely talk soon. Just thought I'd jump on randomly, but no, good to see you, mate. I'll talk to you soon. Brian, love these sessions, Shorty. Keep Supercoach interesting. That's it, mate. Appreciate it, Brian. And look, we don't have stacks to talk about today. We're just dropping in for, 20, 30 minutes, but I was at the gym, smashed the gym out, had dinner, and I was like, you know what? Let's just jump on live. Haven't done that for a bit. Kate Healy. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, photographer. There you go. Nice. Yeah, she was always good value. I didn't realize she was your sister-in-law. Thanks for the follow, Brooklyn. Appreciate that. And yeah, when does Supercoach come out? Normally, I've actually been kind of keen for it. Like normally by this stage, I'm like kind of happy to have a break, but I'm looking forward to it coming back. This cat, seriously, bro. Can you guys hear this cat just going off, man? Fuck. One day, I don't remember when it was, but it bloody banged on. So I lock my door when I'm going to sleep, and it was like trying to open the door by jumping up and putting its hand, like its paw on the door handle. I thought I was like under attack, man. I was like, what the fuck's going on? I thought someone was like trying to break into my room. And it was that bastard. This was early days, and I was like, oh, mate, this cat. We've kind of become friends, kind of. I mean, I can put up with it, and I do empathize with the cat. My sister cares a lot about it, so I want to look after it when she's away. But, gee, we've had some run-ins, mate. Cal, what's up, mate? Good to see you. How you been? Braden, surely Caleb Daniel is first name when we click. Oh, the first name we click. Yeah, I totally agree, mate. I totally agree. I was kind of half torn with that because I really wanted Colby McKercher to just dominate off halfback at the Roos, which I think he probably still could. But yeah, Caleb Daniel's going to be an absolute lock. Random Cody, hey, how are you? Yeah, I'm pretty good, thanks. How are you going? Thanks for dropping in. Abe, do you think it's worth getting Josh Gibcus next year? Yeah, likely. I mean, a guy like him will just depend on how many rookies we have on offer and what we've sort of got floating around that price range. But he'll be so cheap and he can intercept. Clearly, the body's a bit of a worry now, but he'll be cheap as chips and a walk-up start if he's fit. So, pretty good. Nice. That's what we like. That's what we like to see. Braden, is Clary still a lock? I wouldn't say he's a lock. I think if he gets a big preseason under his belt, he's doing all the right things, it's going to be nearly impossible to say no because he's got that scoring ability. He's done it for years. Even when not only did he have the poor fitness levels last year, but his hand was pretty cooked as well. So apparently he's gone in for hand surgery and that. So what did he average last year? It would have been in the 80s, wouldn't it? Which, geez, makes it. There's actually a lot of good mid prices next year, I reckon. Abe, who do you go for? The Cats, mate. Geelong supporter. How about yourself? I mean, there's always a risk with Oliver that, he's unhappy at Melbourne. And so he averaged 83. Like, he's 27. We know the numbers. He's averaged 120 plus 4 years in a row prior to that. I'd want to see him fit, though, because when he wasn't fit, he just looked like a slow plotter that could only handball. But I think he's probably most likely going to be a lock. But all he's got to do is have a good preseason, really. Braden will track be good value. Reasonable value. Probably has never been an elite super coach. He's been pretty good, but he's priced at 103 and definitely capable of 110 plus. Actually, I've sold him really short there. He's gone 110 plus 4 years in a row. So yeah, no, absolutely, he will be. Dot says, let me join the live. I don't really join with people I don't know. So feel free to plead your case. But yeah, what are you bringing to this live? Hoodie, shorts, your first picked. Oh, we brought up Caleb Daniel before. I actually reckon Dan Houston is going to be a great option. I know he's not cheap or anything, but I really think like he could really go bang, take it to 110 plus. He probably won't be my first pick, but yeah, even someone like McRae or Filippo, if he gets forward status, they're just a couple off the top of my head. But yeah, I haven't quite delved super deep. But have you got any names for me? Harry, how good will the Hawks be? Yes, unfortunately, I feel like they could be pretty good. They haven't mucked around, mate. They've really bounced back very nicely. Oh, Abe is a Hawks fan. Last season, I went for the risk of getting Mackay, and it worked very well. Yeah, I think I might take a few more risks next year. I feel like I've been doing the same thing for years, and we haven't really cracked the top 1K for a while. So I think I might change it up. Owen, Bombers top 8. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't think so. They're sort of conditioning us to be like we're young, we're just working our way back. So I think they'll be in the mix, but no, I don't think they will play finals. Braden, or who's a young cat you think will break out? Oh, Toby Conway. Toby Conway is my man. I think he's primed to be our number one ruckman, so I'm looking forward to that. Oh, Maya, what's going on? How are you? Thanks for the share. J2, no Mo. You must have a lady on the go, then must me. That must be. Oh, I wish, mate. No, we're just cruising along single, mate. But we had to shave it off for Movember. So the fella at work was like, mate, when are you shaving it? I'm like, what? He goes, you gotta regrow it for Movember, or you dye your hair or something. I don't know. I was like, all right, I'll shave it off and we'll restart. So, Braden, any key forwards that you think we will look at? I mean, they're historically, risky, but our forward lines have had nothing for so long. I'd have to have a bit more time to think on that one. No one really comes to mind, but I was at Crown over the weekend with a mate. He had his Bucks party and saw Josh Kennedy. Got a photo with Joshy Kennedy, West Coast variety. So that was pretty cool. What about Lawson Humphreys? Yeah, he's a good one too. I mean, he'll be very awkwardly priced, but we saw like Tom Stewart came on so quickly, and he's sort of got that similar vibe, different type of player, but yeah, it definitely could be. JRD, Filippo, yes, I'm a big fan of him. Even if he's just a midfielder, like I reckon we could go with him. And like mid price, you got Will Day, Horn Francis, Will Ashcroft. Like there's quite a few. So I think it could be worth taking a few mid-price risks. You got Kitty Coleman, Jack McRae, Caleb Daniel. So it'll be very interesting to see. May by Daniel have to go a bit. But have a good night. No worries, mate. Thank you. You too. I'll see you tomorrow. Abe, should I get Mitch Lewis? Nah, not for me. He'll be coming off a big injury, not a big scorer anyway. So no, I don't know what his price will be. He'll be cheap, but I'd say probably unlikely. I've been good, J2. How you been? Hoodie, do you think Houston is a star or just good player and good for Supercoach? Is he a star? Yeah, I think he is a star. I mean, he's like all Australian the last 2 years. He's a beautiful kick. So yeah, I'm gonna say he's a star, and I think we'll acknowledge him a bit more in Victoria as well now. JRD says Young will be a good pick. We're talking Hayden. He certainly had a good year. Amuse, man. What's going on, mate? Pies Barman, Shorty, what a pleasant surprise. That's it. I just thought I'd pop in randomly. We won't be on for long, but I just thought I'd pop in. Oscar, thoughts on Archie Roberts? Yeah, I really like him, actually. He looked like a beautiful kick. Are you a Bombers man? Because I feel like he could play a bit of footy next year. Blake, how or who do you think Richmond will draft? Oh, gee. I'm probably not all over the draft. I've only watched a few videos from old mate Cal Toomey, but I mean, you're going to have a lot of draftees because you got what, like 8 picks. Have you got anyone in mind? Do you think they'll try and get higher up in the order with, trading up a few of these picks? What would you like to see him do? Yes, for Hayden Young. Nice, nice. J2, how big is Bailey Smith? Has it grown since he's moved down the highway? One could only assume, mate. But no, he's apparently a pretty chill guy. My mate works at the club. He's like, yeah, he's just like a laid back surfer dude. Dylan, let's go, shorty, mate. How are you? What's going on? Hayden, top 8 predictions. Whew, geez. Can't say I've got any hardcore predictions at the moment, but let's bring up the clubs. Let's go through them. Brisbane will make it. Carlton will make it. Geelong will make it. Hawthorn will make it. Sydney, I think, make it. So there's 5 locks, and then I feel like the Suns have to start to knock on the door. Freeman will have to be around the mark. You'd think Collingwood, Port and the Dogs. That'd be a rough idea. Like, it was probably 10, but it'd be interesting to see. It's very hard to predict at this stage because, we've got a long way to go. We don't have any preseason form, but Oscar, North fan, but like the way Archie plays and looks like the Bombers trust him to kick the ball. Yeah, you know how some players just look like they're ready to go? He sort of looked like that, I thought. So, yeah, I'm keen to watch him and see how he goes. Steve, shorty with the 5 o'clock shadow. This will take some getting used to. What's the live session about? Just footy chat? Yeah, just sort of dropped in, to be honest, mate. I'll only be on till, another 10, 15 minutes, but just thought I'd drop in. I hadn't been on YouTube for a little while and just thought I'd say good day, really. Oh, thanks, Dylan. Thanks for the follow, mate. Amusement. Are you dressing up as Bailey Smith for Halloween? I should do that. That's not bad. Oh, wait, you don't need to. Already have a range of similarities. Oh, you're a good man. Hey, Luke, what's going on, mate? How are you? I'm pretty good, thank you. Good to see you. J2, big year for us, Suns, boys. Club's going in the right direction. Yeah, I hope it's got to be finals, doesn't it? It has to be, surely. Thanks, Amusement. Thanks, mate. J2, Daniel Rioli has been putting in a big shift, has been in the club every day, lifting weights, etc. He looks motivated. I like that, mate. I hope so. I mean, he should certainly add a fair bit to that side. I think you've got all the pieces, to be honest. It's just about winning those games that you really should. Hoodie, you doing BBL Supercoach this year? Nah, I get asked this often, but I don't follow it close enough. I actually like having a bit of a break and not having to think about trades or checking this, checking that. So I don't mind the break, but how about you, mate? Pies Barman, Cam Guthrie should be really cheap next year. Yeah, he will be. As a Cats man, I'm a bit worried about Cam, whether he can ever get back to anywhere near his best, but he will be cheap. So, if he does get a half decent preseason, it'd be hard to say no, I'd say. Hey, Tom, what's going on, mate? Luke, yeah, I've been good. Shorty, has Tyson been? Also, thoughts on Joe Danaher and Jaden Stevenson retired. Yeah, Tyson's been good, mate. We had his Bucks party on the weekend, so that was pretty fun. But no, he's been well. And yeah, Stevenson probably just once he had that betting scandal, he just never really got back, did he? I don't know how that affected him mentally or motivation wise, but yeah, he was no good. And look, super talent, never quite maximized it. And Danaher, sort of a maligned career for the most part, but in the end, he was the one that probably had the last laugh. Like he was impressive. He became a good finals player and goes out on top. So I think it's a classic Danaher thing to do. He's always been a bit like that. J2, bit of a conflict of interest. Obviously, a big Tigers nuffy, but working at the Suns, you want the best for them. Yes, that's so you're torn. Yes, for sure. Was on via Sistina. Oh, yeah, true. Has that withdrawn from the Melbourne Cup or? Yeah, that's interesting. Amusement, not doing BBL Supercoach is fair considering you'll be spending your life on the horse racing version. Nah, look, my knowledge doesn't span too much past footy in terms of fantasy. So, but hey, open ideas. Hoodie, don't mind the BBL. Thoughts on Luke Nankervis? Don't know stacks about him. He's the Adelaide Crows lad, isn't he? I mean, I honestly don't have too many strong thoughts on him, to be fair. Abe, how do you think Tom Barrass will do at the Hawks? Yeah, I think he'll go really well. He's probably one of those players that we don't acknowledge as much because he's in WA, but yeah, I'd say coming over here, I reckon it'll allow James Sicily to really start to attack and use his offensive stuff out of the back half. So I think he's a really good pickup for you guys. Jack, g'day, Shorty. How's things going? Looking good with the shaved face, but we'll see the return of the Mo. But will we? Yes, we will, mate. It'll be back. Good to see you, mate. I hope you've been well. Yeah, look, the Mo just had to go because I got to regrow it for November, apparently. So we'll be back. But yes, does feel a little bit weird, but it will be back. It will be back. Yeah, it was a fave for the cup as well, but got scratched. Yeah, I saw it win on the weekend, and I was hearing all this stuff that it might not be racing the cup now. So it's a bit disappointing. Heath, hey, long time. How's things going? Yeah, good, mate. I just thought I'd jump on. Obviously not footy season that, but yeah, I've been all right. How have you been? Abe, what about Battle? Yeah, pretty similar. I think Barras is a better player than Battle, but I think they'll both play their role, and they're very good interceptors. They're very reliable players. So I think if there was a weakness at the Hawks, it may have been their back line. Not so much anymore. Luke, I bet if Joe Danaher just missed out on 200 games, I don't think he would have cared. That's the type of person he is. Yeah, he's very, I guess, nonchalant. He doesn't really consign to the stuff that everyone else does. He just beats to his own drum, doesn't he? Luke Nankervis, son of Toby. Luke says, been trying to get a job the past few weeks, hopefully at Coles. Nice, mate. Which ones are you looking at? I used to be the old Coles boy. Pies Barman, thoughts on Cover Leaker for the Cup? Should have run in Moonee Valley Golden Cup, in my opinion, as a better lead-up race. Look, I don't have a great deal of horse racing knowledge. What is your thoughts, mate? Because it sounds like you know a bit more about it than me. What's your Melbourne Cup tip? Give me some thoughts. And Heath over on TikTok. Yeah, good. Played my best ever game on the weekend and took 8 wickets, including a hat trick. Jesus Christ, mate. That's awesome. Nicely done. What grade are we talking? What level? This is pretty impressive. And walk me through the hat trick ball. How did it pan out? Nank will break out next year, says Woody. Oh, look out. Look out. Amusement, when's the quiz tonight? There's no quiz tonight, mate. Give me a quiz or I will explode. I hate to break your heart, mate. There is no quiz. There is no quiz. This was an absolutely spontaneous live session. I thought, look, I've been missing you guys. I haven't been on for a while, so I thought I'd just pop in. And look, to be honest, we'll probably finish up in 10 minutes because I've got shows to watch and just want to chill out for a bit. But I just thought I'd jump on. Luke, how was Tyson's Bucks party and how was your birthday? Yeah, it was good. Birthday, pretty chill. I mean, nothing too exciting when you get this age, mate. But very, very laid back. But the Bucks was fun. Got a bus, went to Melbourne, had a kick of the footy at the start of the day, a few drinking games. So, yeah, it was good. Thank you, mate. J2, Barras is a gun. Didn't get the recognition playing over in WA. Was arguably better than most Melbourne-based defenders. Yeah, I think that classic over in WA doesn't quite get the kudos that that he deserves, but I think he will now at the Hawks. Luke's looking at Armstrong Creek. Handed my resume in last Thursday. Good stuff, mate. Well, good luck. Always good to give him a call too. Give him a follow-up. Let him know that you're really keen. Heath, B grade premier, just straight one as ball was old and white ball wasn't moving. Nice. Done well. So what? LBW or go straight through him? J2, I played my best game on the weekend, made a 9-ball duck, dropped a catch and took 250. Ah, shit. That's rough, my guy. That is rough. Bowled him. Wow. You would have let loose with the celebration, mate. I hope you kept the ball. You must have. You must have. Amusement, I have exploded into the universe. Do you feel guilty? Amusement, I am sorry. It is beautiful to see you back, mate, but it does break my heart that I've let you down like this, my friend. Heath, 6 of the wickets were bowled. Wow. So the ball might not have been doing much, but gee, there must have been something going on. Geez, that's a good day. Pies Barman, do you reckon the forwards options next year will be better? It's always really hard to know exactly who gets eligibility, but does Caleb Daniel get a chance there because he did play a fair bit of time forward? Same with Jack McRae. Does Filippo keep his spot as a forward? So there are a few guys that, maybe. Does Luke Jackson stay as a forward? And who knows if Sean Darcy goes down? But yeah, hard to know. You'd have to think it'd be tough to have worse options than last year. It was a nightmare. Luke, how's work going this term, Shorty? Yeah, work's pretty good, thanks, mate. It's definitely been busy, but I've been enjoying it. Got a couple of programs running, which is cool. So, yeah, had breakfast club this morning. So, yeah, no, it was good, thanks, mate. J2, cricket season hasn't been a good start. Oh, no. Ah, geez. That's no good, mate. It's no good. Luke, I've got a mate who works at that store, so I've been asking him the past few weeks about positions at Coles I could apply for. Nice one. Yeah, they're a pretty good place to work. Actually, a fellow at the gym I was talking to, he's I think he's the grocery manager out at Armstrong Creek. So I used to work with him when I was at Coles. But Lukey, you been keeping up with the AFLW, Shorty? Only the Cats, really, mate. I can't say that I've been watching a stack of the whole comp. But yeah, definitely when the Geelong girls are on, I'll watch. But yeah, how about yourself? No, his name's not Andrew. I don't know if he's there yet, but he said he was going to move there. So yeah, but no, he's a nice fella. What would you do? Like bit of grocery, bit of online stuff, or you do anything? Would you? And yeah, also TikTok or YouTube. I'm open to Netflix/TV series because Shorty's got a bit of time on his hands over the non-footy period. Luke been watching the AFLW a fair bit. That's good. That's good. Pies Barman. I would want to start with Houston as a Pies supporter, but kind of depends if opening round counts towards Supercoach since he is suspended for the first round. Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that is a good point. He could make him a bit of a point of difference. J2, I'm back in Melbourne for a bit over the footy off season, playing back at the old cricket club. And a bloke in our twos made 207 off 120. Jesus Christ. That's an all-time sort of knock. Wow, must have been seeing them big. Amusement starting 5 NBA 10 episode series. Get into it. Okay, righto. On Netflix. Is that like one of those sport docos? Because I love those sport docos. They're good stuff. Think I'll be getting dropped for him. Oh no. How long are you back in Melbourne for, mate? We will do a bit of a goal kicking comp over the summer too. Have a bit of a subscriber kick. We'll do one in Melbourne and we'll try and do one in Geelong as well. Luke, I applied for groceries, but they're not taking anyone, so I might apply for delivery and a few other jobs. Yeah, for sure, mate. Do you try like Woolies as well, like IGA? Because supermarkets, they're pretty good places to work for, actually. Brian, thoughts on Cooper Lord? Carlton, 88 and 69 Supercoach, but that was the end of the season. Yeah, he'd definitely be one to watch just through the preseason. Like, I couldn't say I have much idea about that bloke, but you obviously have a bit more of an idea than me. So track his preseason. He's obviously a young guy just looking to break through, but J2 go back up to the Gold Coast on 24th. Nice. Do you love it up there? Must be nice weather. Yes, on Netflix follows 5 NBA players through their season last year with behind the scenes stuff. Was almost better viewing than Shorty's videos. Said almost. Nah, nice. I'll definitely watch that. I love that sort of stuff. Thanks, mate. Steve, not enough youngins working at Coles and Woolies these days. They have too many oldies and keeping the prices up. Self-serve killed the industry for the young kids. Yeah, I tend to agree. Like the self-serve checkout, you're right. It does. Obviously, it saves a lot of money for the big company, but yeah, it does take away a lot of jobs. Pies Barman, what's your favorite holiday destination in Australia? Yeah, that's a good question. Obviously, anywhere where it's nice and warm. Port Macquarie was actually really nice. Stayed there with the family. That was really nice. I like Noosa as well. Noosa's got a really nice main street and everything. Marimbula is pretty nice. I've only been there a couple of times, but I remember it being, pretty good. Heath, thoughts on the Bulldogs in the trade period? I reckon they did very well on the salary dump. Yeah, I think they probably did what they needed to do. I feel like there were players that just weren't getting opportunities and it made sense and you got a few picks back. So, yeah, I think probably a good call. Dogs will be really interesting to see which way they go, though. It'll be really interesting to see. One of those teams that they could jump up or they could just, not quite have the cavalry. So it'll be very interesting. Luke, I submitted an expression of interest at Coles and Woolies the other week, but I'm really focused on getting a job at Coles at the moment. Nice, mate. Just keep banging the door down, mate. Give them a call. Drop in as well. Show you keen. And look, it's good timing, before that Christmas summer period. Amusement, Mr. Toop, are you attending the Gold King comp at 11:59 on New Year's Eve? Oh, mate, Burleigh's a lovely part of the world. J2, oh, mate, it's like being on a holiday every day, especially being a country boy from Yarrawonga and eastern suburbs of Melbourne. Took me a while to adjust to the heat, but love it and will never move back. Wow. It's one of those things that honestly, I would never move. I know myself. I'm too connected at Geelong, family, friends, but it's always been one of those things where it's like, gee, it must be nice to just be warm all the time. Yeah, it's tempting sometimes. Tell you what, when it's like June and July, I'm like, what am I doing? Pies Barman, what will Port use Rory Atkins for? They did lose Houston, as we know, so there could be a role dashing off halfback, which he did at Gold Coast a little bit, but I feel like he's more of a depth player. Can play wing, can play on the flanks. Yeah, probably more of a depth guy. Steve, I feel like Bulldogs didn't need to cut as many as we did, and we have trade outs and went hard last year. Charlie Clark getting dropped was stiff. Yeah, I thought so too. Not that I know him super well, but I thought he was a name that Dogs fans were optimistic about. But Jay Toop says cold day up here in winter is 18 to 22. Jeez, that's that's a long way from our 7s and 8s, which we sometimes get. But brutal, absolutely brutal. Look, unless there's any more questions on TikTok, I might finish up the TikTok. But yeah, sorry to rub it in. Yeah, I know. That's all right. The choices we make. There's pros and cons. We've got AFL down here. We got light for a lot longer. Those days are a bit longer. Luke, my mate said the manager is looking for employees at the moment, so hopefully that's good for me. Yeah, for sure. And sometimes you might not get one at Armstrong Creek, Coles, but there might be other ones that are looking as well. Steve, Charlie Clark was drafted at 25 and we just dumped him. No idea on which direction we are going next year. Yeah, be very interesting watch. Bit of pressure around you boys too, isn't it? I feel like Bevo's just got a bit of pressure on him. All right, guys. Thanks for jumping on the old talk. Just a bit of a random jumping on the live session tonight. So We'll be back somewhat soon, but just thought I'd say g'day. If you do want to keep chatting, I'm also live on YouTube for another 5 or 10 minutes. So, yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks, guys. J2, oh no, Pies Barman. How is the golf, Shorty? Oh, I haven't played golf for a while, actually, mate. My good mate that I play golf with, he's away at the moment, so haven't played too much. But normally it coincides with summer. I normally play in summer, so probably start getting back into it. J2, Dusty is up on the Gold Coast as we speak. That's all I'm saying. Jesus. That's cheeky. Imagine. Luke, I got an email and they suggested Coles Caraya, but I don't want to work at that Coles. That's fair. I mean, it's, without stereotyping, it's not perhaps the nicest area, so that's fair. J2, I'm a big golf nuffy. Yeah, nice, mate. What do you play off? I can't say I'm a gifted golfer, but it is a good pastime. It's a frustrating game, though. God, frustrating. J2, not saying he's meeting with the club at all, but he's up holidaying with 2 best mates and brothers. Yeah, nice. Honestly, I feel like you should just stay retired. I actually don't think he'd be that valuable to Gold Coast. I mean, yes, he'd clearly have value, but I think they've got the players. I don't even know if he slots into their best 22 straight away. I mean, clearly he would, but if he's motivated, he's one of their best players. If he's not motivated, then God, it was a disaster last year. He was injured, not motivated, just he wasn't even having an impact. So been playing for a long time. I've got it at 2.7. Wow. Jeez. You might have to give me a couple of lessons, mate. Give me a tip. What's something that you did that really took your game from the double digits to the single digits? Amusement. I plan on moving back to Victoria for the sole focus of sport. Gold Coast is better for 99% of humans, but just not for me, regardless of the straight up beauty of it. That's deep from Amusement. So what, you're missing the AFL scene, mate? Is that what we're talking, or what sport are we saying? Taking me years to get to that point. No, fair. Luke, that's why I don't want to work there. Yeah, and they suggested Nightfield, which I don't want to do. Yeah, fair enough. Look, Nightfield, maybe not at that store, but Nightfield is a pretty good gig. It's pretty chill. I used to do that. Steve, Dusty would be a waste of money and might force others to move on as they will want more of that contract pie. Yeah, I tend to agree. Plus, they got Stringer. Why need him? Yeah, fair play. J2, 100-meter shots in, Shorty. All it is. Short game. Yeah. People do say that. They're like, anyway, it doesn't matter if you drive it 200, 220, 230, whatever it is. It all comes down to that short game. You duff a few chips, you can make up a lot of shots by getting out of the bunkers. So yeah, I feel like it's one of those games that you just got to really dedicate some time to. So it's probably not a great approach that I mainly just play in summer, but it's more of a social thing. Luke, did you do Nightfield during the night, or did you do afternoon shifts as well? Yeah, we did. This Coles I did, it was like 6 till 10. That was our Nightfield, but I think a lot of Nightfields are like 8 till midnight. But yeah, mine was 6 till 10. But I would sometimes do, like, they'd be busy. They'd be like, can you come in at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock? So, yeah. Nate, here he is. What's going on, mate? How are you? Just a little spontaneous one tonight. And to be fair, we won't be on for much longer, but I just wanted to say g'day to the YouTube fam. J2, yeah, 100% minimising those 3 putts into 2 putts, getting up and down for bogeys, pars, playing the percentage shots. Yeah, I like that, mate. I like that. Because, yeah, I think a lot of people, they go to the driving range, they want to be big dogs and just belt it. But, yeah, it's all about that finesse around the green. Amusement, yeah, AFL mainly, and it doesn't help that the Dogs haven't played in Queensland for 2 years. I've had to spend my money to see the boys, but also big Storm and United fan, the basketball. Nah, fair, mate. Yeah, look, we might not have the weather down here, but gee, Victoria's lucky with their sporting scene. Nate, get on the Port Arlington bandwagon for 2025. Hello. Are you a Port Arlington lad? I didn't realise that. Shit. How are they going to go? Because, gee, they haven't had much success for a while. Steve, do you see Oliver going to Geelong in the future, and will you guys get him back to his best? Um, I tend to feel like, yeah, he probably will leave Melbourne at some stage. Whether the stars align and the Cats can pay him or whatever it works out to be, I do think he'll leave Melbourne at some stage. I'd back us in to get him to his best, but that's not to say he can't get back to his best at Melbourne. I feel like realistically, it just comes down to Clayton. I mean, he could be at Geelong, he could be at Richmond, he could be at Melbourne. It really just comes down to how much he dedicates himself. Luke, I'd like to do Arvo shifts. I do not want to do late nights, even 6 to 10. I don't want to do. Yeah, look, it wasn't great. I mean, you sort of feel like you're waiting all day for the bloody work to come round. But yeah, no, I think if you can get earlier, even a morning would be nice. J2, I used to be a member down your way at 13th Beach, Bowen Heads. Yeah, when I was young. Yeah, they are nice courses. Bloody too nice for me, mate. Too nice for me. Talbot Denture Clinic. What a name. Ever think about doing YouTube full time? You could do a daily show on current issues. You'd be good. Oh, thank you, mate. I appreciate that. Look, to be honest, I have not thought of that, but I think I might struggle from a time point of view. But I do love jumping on the lives. You know, maybe one day Shorty gives it a crack. But at the moment, I think with my full-time job and gym, be a bit hard to commit to. But hey, I like the endorsement, mate. Thank you. Amusement, we need a Toop v Shorty. Oh, collab stream. Yeah, we do, mate. Toop coaching Shorty on the golf, mate. Nate played 13th the other week. Difficult. Plenty of lost pills. Yeah, that's it, mate. Oh, it's pretty daunting course. And yeah, one that you probably want to have a bit of practice under your belt before you roll in because, yeah. Tell you what, Port Arlington, you mentioned Port, they've got a bloody nice course now. I remember going there, it was a bit of a country sort of club, but last time I went there, man, it was fancy. It was real fancy. Luke, morning and arvo shifts are the ones that suit me better. Beautiful course scenery-wise, yeah. And Geelong's very lucky. Like, Anglesea's beautiful. The couple you mentioned. Even Curlewis is pretty awesome. So, yeah. Clifton Springs, really nice course. All those courses along the Ballerina are pretty damn nice. But, yeah, there you go. Clifton Springs, spot on, yeah. Yeah, look, guys, I might duck off anyway. I've got a couple of shows I want to watch before bed, but I just, wanted to jump on and say g'day. Oh, is there a course at St. Leonard's, is there? I didn't know that. I might have to have a look. Luke, Shorty, random question. Thoughts on Tom Emmett getting delisted? That is pretty random. Can't say I've got any major thoughts on him. I know he had a good game or two as a docker, but yeah, can't say I have a great deal of knowledge to really say whether that was a good or bad call, but obviously fell out of favour, I guess. CJ Tube, thanks for your contributions there, mate. Appreciate it. Nate, little 9-hole links course. Not bad. Okay, I might check that out. Good as. Well, thanks very much, guys. Bit short and sharp today, but I just wanted to jump on, say good day, see how you guys been going. Because, yeah, it's so easy to just jump on TikTok, easy setup. But I thought, you know what, I haven't seen the lads on YouTube for a while. And sometimes there's crossover, but sometimes there's not. So I thought, let's jump on the tube and see what's going on. Amusement. Do you reckon Pies will get Tomlinson? Yeah, I think half a chance. And he's probably not a bad get, actually. He's a bit of a journeyman now, isn't he? But yeah, I think he might have a bit of a role there. Shorty, have you ever been to the golf course near Geelong Aquatic Centre? Is that the par 3? Yeah, I've been there heaps, mate. Good night, Amusement. See you, mate. Yeah, true. What kind of tube? Yeah, look, I think you guys, they'll be handy inclusions, I think. May not be the absolute difference, but handy. Yeah, good to see you, Luke. Good to see you. Hey, good to see all you guys. Thanks for dropping in. And look, we'll spontaneously drop in every now and then, particularly over the summer holidays. I think I'll jump on. But yeah, have a good rest of your week. I'm going to go watch the rookie and chill out on the couch. I'll talk to you guys soon. Catch you later.